Hello. All right. We got some business to figure out. God, man, this is crazy. We are holding more teams than I've ever held, but it's harder to decide what to actually use now. Not even from like which team is better banners, but more so just like my brain is like, well, what if you need that team later? It's like, motherfucker, you didn't need that team for the last few years. What do you mean? Doesn't make any sense. And yet here I am. All right, let's knock out the usuals and then see if we can figure out this new offense plan. There's definitely some degree of like, fuck man, there's just like I need to relearn kits for all these teams that I've literally just never been playing. How well does Balin regenerate protection? I don't know the answer to that question. I've never needed to know until now. Not even consider enough to give a counterattack. Feels bad. She is not dead. This looks like it might be the first loss of the season. Well, that's fun. I assume we bank it. I'm also going to operate under the assumption that this isn't necessarily checkmate today. But the question now is, how do we get out of this? I think we proved enough this season that we can actually just go insane efficiency and make it for a drop. They're on like minus 13, I think. But that means that we need to ball hard and take some risks. Well, let's just do it then. This was already a question mark for me. If this works, this would be insane value. So this is Second Sister with Second Sister Kron. But yo, they're not gonna be landing that many debuffs on me. Like this level 9 practically just does not exist as far as I can see. Like the purge on her basic is like maybe undispellable or unresistible. Yeah, 30% chance to inflict one stack of purge. Sure, it could happen, but like she's not gonna apply the stun. We have to respect the tenacity down on crew basic, but this literally can't be applied. We will have to figure out something capable of killing SLK. But it's not like we aren't holding shit. I guess the annoying thing here is going to be that we will have to re-satisfy Dark Race conditions. We know that she just used her AoE, so that cleanup's going to be a little bit easier. Yeah, let's just hit this shit. I was already very curious about this anyway, but I was going to say, well, I can't really... There's no need to take the risk on, we need to play safe. No, fuck, we don't need to play safe anymore. It's fucking go time. Alright, issue number one appears to be that there just isn't that much for us to be counterattacking it. This gives out healing immunity, but right now 4 of them have tenacity up. I'm surprised that we don't counter attack Malicos's rehits. You would think you would. Alright, that is a game. But we still test. Okay, if we're testing, do we give a shit about seeing backball? I don't think we do. Okay, if we can kill the SLK while preserving teams to test with, that is something I would like to do. But it's a big if. Like, he is killable, but like, what, maybe he would try to like Amidala undersize. Even though that seems a little bit optimistic. Like, Amidala turn 1 AoE cooldown increase doesn't really make sense to me. Because she's already on max cooldown for her AoE. But we would need something like that, like a core 3-man that does damage, and just hope that they don't have advantage to just go for a kill shot with support run. Alright. Let's think here. I would say that sucks, but to be honest, I felt like we were long overdue for a Bane drop eventually. The fact that it only happened once we got the mods locked in, is actually kind of nuts to me. I can't really complain. It's unfortunate that it happened now, but like, I don't know if this will ever be higher than a 65. So the one thing that I was maybe thinking is this. But the problem is we would have to week 3 remod. We would need this to go before them. I think I will remod for it for week 3, but I don't see any reason to force it right now when it pretty clearly just will not work. Let's just take a 65. Not really good test for anything else. Holy crap, that is not a good DCT. The squishiest I think I've seen. I wish we could see where BKM was on her next mass. Kind of sucks timing wise. I will assume that she needs once more around the horn. That is wrong. Fucking we ball. This team is made of paper, dude. I don't think this team has any amount of bulk modding at all. That's actually kind of insane. Like, we could just get birds this way. This team is unmodded for the book. It's hot. Matchup. It's like precision engineered to die as conveniently as possible. It's crazy. That should be 65. It's kind of tragic that you can just park on a Nightfall Trooper for a while. Juice your banners. Anything sneaky? It's a shame Hux isn't done. Bad Batch would be perfect here if it wasn't for that stupid stealth bug that still has not been fixed. I have absolutely no idea what to expect, so I'm just gonna try some shit. So Balin just like can't be nuked, right? If I remember that fight correctly. I don't even remember what the heck it was that I played, but I just remember being deeply uncomfortable, but it kind of worked out. I don't think we want the actual Inquisitor shit. Maybe this wouldn't be so bad. I mean, it doesn't really do anything against Trey, though. OG Hondo would be rather lovely here. It's an R5 squad, though. I don't know, just at this shit. I thought that Balin move was supposed to remove Terminator. That damn false advertising. I assume we want the quality increase, but I'm like wary of AoEing Nihilus. Wait, but he can't kill me, right? If I remember right. Vanish. We are debuffing them a fair amount, that is true. Alright, undersizing I think is possible. I think we probably want OG Hondo. God damn, dude, we do no damage. I thought this team slung heat, last I recalled. How is the squad's damage so low compared to Luthien? This is rolling 5 too. With what? 0 armor? And we're doing this little? That's more the speed that I remember. Why the fuck is it so sporadic? Excuse you? One minute she's bawling the fuck out, the next she's like not even noticeable. What is happening with the squad? What the fuck is happening? I don't know. I'm out of my comfort zone. I don't even know that we have any way to, like, regen is the problem. Like, congrats, we undersized, but it was so fucking messy. There's a very good chance I just had to remod them. Yeah, it's a 64. Ew. Like, I expect maybe a Merrick to lose protection. Maybe we should have swapped these matchups. Maybe we should have done Great Mothers against Shreya and Balin here. Is that anything? For whatever reason, I couldn't see the foresight. Alright. Not great. I don't think 5 people was gonna fix that. I need to fix it to not be Hunter fastest. There's some freaky shit happening here. It's like they're taking self damage from a mega lead, which is giving them like an infinite TM drain. That's annoying. Hey, what's up, Beaver? So Malicos is taxing Crosshair. That Crosshair might just self-kill eventually. This might be one of the biggest shit show matches I've ever seen. I genuinely cannot tell you why half of this shit is happening. We don't need to care about target practice stacks because Crosshair currently has none. So maybe it's just this. If we basic Crosshair opens up right now, I don't think that's what we want. If not now, when is, I guess, the question. Alright, I think we back up. Let's bring second sister back. Whenever an enemy with less than 100% turn meter gains bonus turn meter, Malicos gains a stack of Edge of Madness, and that enemy takes true damage. Sure, I understand that. But where did that equal serially getting turn meter? So, like, I assume it has to be coming from Omega Fugitive Omicron, but, like... Whenever an ally is damaged by exposed or by an enemy with bonus protection, so what? So... But isn't the Malicos damage supposed to count as self-inflict? Or is that how it usually goes? So basically, Bad Batch 2 causes an infinite TM train as long as Crosshair exists. I don't know if cutting Crosshair is ever, like, a crazy thing to say, but, like... I don't know, man. If you just mind your own business, like... I feel like that fight would be way more chill. Like, basically, anytime any of us has damaged an enemy, it was probably like 50 to 100% Terminator for them. Interesting. We know that works there. There's the old trick that Grievous could use to like instant kill Malicos. I don't know if that ever got fixed. Technically, we're stacking up their damage right now, but they defaulted me into stun. Yeah, I think so. Well, maybe not. Liquidity means we can kind of just carve through them without Cal getting in the way at all. Okay. So this should just be a 65. Good to know. That's like a good, relatively safe backwall opener, I think. Like, yeah, you might see a Ray comp where you say, ah, damn, I could have circulated that, but we have other options at this point. I imagine this is a bad idea. As every side is when we're going for cleanup. Okay, he did just go. So if we pass the Tarple, she should be open. She is. I feel like she's already stacked up a good amount of bulk, is the problem. Yep. Well, they almost had brush on him. I guess it's probably just QA at this point. I think we just have to send it. Not even remotely. This maybe advances our goals, but I'm pretty sure we're just out of teams. So the problem is I don't know how you reconcile having to deal with her passive. It just seems kind of fucked from the start. Like, yeah, we got her to this point, but Fuck you too, then. She just perfectly juggled everyone's turn that would have killed us. Okay. I'm playing live PvP. I want to run Saw Underman test though. Against what, I guess, is the question. I mean, it's doing it as small ISC, but my ISC is about to expire after 1 week, so it's less valuable. I guess the question is, if we're not testing shit like Saw, then what would be saving for Backwall? Like, sure, we see a Backwall, but then we don't have anything interesting to try, potentially. I do want to see if there's a Sakura, though. Fuck, I do want to test against that. Man! What do we need this to be, then? We don't have them. Them. Like, blitzing out SLK seems more viable than blitzing out Darkrai. Zori almost did it. The problem was Rolocron was a huge assist towards trying to do it. This would be a decent test for C, actually. It might just have to be seen. Problem is, we would normally need to hold stuff for Sith Empire. Like, this wouldn't really be C tanks. Scion, sure. Set? No, I don't think we would reasonably have them. Oh, fuck it, whatever. He should not be modded. No. Excuse you? So because she is untargetable, it's not like you can cheat it out to actually targeting her until she is last standing. So it's just cocked. Cool, cool, cool. Got it. Oh man. I don't think we can kill it. It was not in the budget. Bane doing his damn job is in the budget. I guess we could try Afrin. That doesn't seem very likely. I just want to fight the Saw Gerrera, man. Tis all I ask. Am I blind? Yes. I'm glad we could establish this. Hang on, how did... Oh, because we have Force Generals, though. It's actually kind of perfect that he went before, because now Aphra gets to extend Ray by 1 extra turn. I would not entirely mind L3 dying. Maybe I would. Probably I do. Probably I'll just watch you kill my entire fucking team. That seems reasonable. For the stats. Kind of wanted to use that on Traris, although. Once upon a time, a Grievous of mine actually hard countered an SLK. But the shit ain't. Is there anything worth using Trey top for? I don't know if there is. Trey against Balin, do we care about? I was just gonna gun that shit. Gun our bench too. I don't see any reason to reinvent the wheel in that respect. So the death mark is dispellable. Problem with wanting to try other squads here is it feels like Diesel is perfect because you don't have to worry about the Joe Costa Omicron at all. Like Treya, you would absolutely have to be worried about the clock. Well, here's a question. Wasn't this my design to try to block this in the first place? Although it is resistance grun, so it's kind of more fucked than usual, but it seems like it could be valuable to know. We don't want to feed Poe Unique, right? I think we just have to cut it off at the source, right? Go fuck yourself. Yeah. I imagine this is probably the correct thing to be doing. It just runs well. 67. We already know that this is whatever. Like, I see the reason to use Maul here. So then where? Again, this kind of strikes me as a nothing burger because, like, more or less, we already had a 65 counter with Gungans, possibly even like 66, 67. But I guess why not? Is Captain Rex actually doing anything here? I just had a thought for next week. I'll have to look at my GSC history. Interesting. Let's keep that in mind. So Hanko goes here, so if they just kill the decoy, we could technically just erase Hondo immediately. Like that. And at some point I will get to play the video game, correct? Just kidding. Yeah. Plan A would be fun. Like, you need Gungans or Bad Batch 2 or some squad that is okay with letting them do what they want to do. The thing I want to do next thing with Saw will be good, but not if you just get whatever. I don't know, maybe if you run Lightside CM, but even then, that's fucking idealistic. Balin is to Casino. Even Great Mothers, I imagine, might be preferable here over where I put them today. Dick move. I know they do vulnerable. Did I have a fever dream or is Rogue One in the news set? Oh, it's probably an FTC, that's why it's not farmable. Unironically, with an R9K2, you build them properly, there's a world where, because Raddus can't be defeated while K2 lives, right? Is that also not just like a 3v5 Dream Engine here, as long as you finish with good banners? You would have to make sure that you can finish with the Raddus ult, I guess? This doesn't have it, does it? It would have to be on that GG. It's like K2 deals extra damage is whatever. Jin stacking damage is not bad, but actually can be kind of productive. I don't know. This Raddus FCC sounds perfect for this strategy, but like there's something weird happening there. Where like, right, like imagine Raddus against JMK The problem is, it's not actually opening up. It's helping you not die, but it's not helping you kill. As you guess where I'm going with that. Anything else I care to test? I wouldn't mace it off it so badly, man. The problem is, I did actually do a banner track today. I think he did okay. He ate 3 banners, which, like, I don't know. For the current philosophy, that's fucking. I saw my JML died for a 68, which I have to assume is Bane, but it's still kind of disconcerting. If it's Bane, then who gives a shit? But like, hopefully that's just not Wampum. Is there anything else we're trying? Is there anything that would help keep a Vandor alive? Django has to get the kill shot on turn, right? If I remember correctly. Yikes. Unironically, that actually might be able to work, though. He already has the Frenzy proc, so I don't know if it makes sense to undo it. We could go for Garston. Just to cut their damage. Just kidding. He's fucking dead. Maybe Daka would have been good there for the stun basic. Actually, wait, if I put Marin... Okay, if we know we're not using Night Sisters, if I put Marin in GM... God, is it actually time for Blast Marin? The Forbidden Technique. The Red Women. That's cool. You definitely didn't miss the first 45 minutes. There wasn't much to miss. Bane finally failed on SLK once. Alright, that's zero down. Just thinking out loud. I need to figure out shit for Grey Mothers and Balin Undersize. I was thinking either Great Mothers with Bless Morgan for 67 or just full Demarinan for 66. Depending on the matchup, I guess. Savage Lead felt super fucking nice against Orion with Rose Omicron. Or not Omicron, Batacron. I don't know. Bless Morgan was like a funny haha. Well, technically it was Bless Townsend was the one that I thought was funny, but built on the basis of understanding that you would kind of need both. It was just like a plague-oriented Great Mothers. But maybe you could get away with only running Marin? Probably was running Plague against Ojibo without heal block. It's just like fucking suicide. We need Great Mothers to be alive for the attrition win con. I mean, when you really think about that, isn't this just a 5-man comp? 5v5. We have 5. It looks fine to me. Does this just have, like, Rally of the Tribes active or some shit? It's just gonna be the same shit, isn't it? This is a horrible Galactic challenge for sandboxing. The Beskar Mandalorian actually does what he's supposed to do. How daring. So what the fuck? This is just the OG Hundo clause. OG Hundo is never gonna be for sale again after this week. It's literally over. Sell. Dazed or stunned, dispel it, and all Merc allies recover 25% health protection. Oh, also Vertigo, you did miss. I tried Babash against Seer, but apparently, I guess Malicos and Fugitive Omega Omicron create like an inverse negative loop where the Seer team just gets infinite turn meter and what anytime that you gain, well, not infinite, but they gain enough to just like you gain any amount of target practice. They're just like all to 100% turn meter. Because as far as my best guess or understanding from rereading everything is, so Malicos has his true damage tax when you gain turn meter, Crosshair gains turn meter when you gain turn meter. Fugitive Omega's Omicron deals 1% health damage to the entire enemy team whenever you're damaged by somebody with protection up. Or not protection, bonus protection. So my best guess is Seer dishes out bonus protection to everyone. Crosshair gets taxed, Malicos gets credit. And so it should be like Crosshair uses basic, that should just be like 15 Seer lead Terminator procs. I should probably technically like, I don't know what the actual number is. But yeah, like, I don't remember if Seer lead is 5% Terminator or 10%, but if it's 10%, it's probably almost 100% Terminator gains. Like, the funny thing is, the matchup actually wasn't even that bad for a minute. But yeah, Crosshair just killed himself. Unironically, if I cut Crosshair, it actually might be pretty decently playable. You'd have to be worried about Malicos ramp though. But like they were so fucking accelerated because they got so many free turns out of us. Like, if he just ran like OG Omega +1. Okay, how do we create more regen? Isn't Merrick like a pseudo healer? Whenever a mercenary ally gains a stack of soldier fortune, they recover 5% of the protection. Is it just like gain soldier fortune when you crit all the time? Maybe I overrated Balin. Maybe it's Balin back to defense, Mace on offense. They do have ways to get back to full banners, but not like comfortably. Also, what the fuck is up with Balin not removing anyone's star meter? I thought it was unresistible in GAC. Only if they resist stun, apparently. That's kinda less than desirable. I don't know, man. That shit was just like a R5 triumvirate as well. I don't know if I'm impressed with Balin on offense. Like, he serves some purposes. It's cool that he could just headhunt for Ahsoka showing up at any team, but like, I'll have to settle it a bit. I don't know. Honestly, for week 3, I think I'm pretty okay with how a lot of the team is built. I feel like I just need to redo board strat. JMO, I don't know what the fuck that 68 was, but I'm hoping it wasn't Wampa. If it's Bane, maybe he stays. But either way, we need to reshuffle a bit. I think it's Balin back on defense. Like, he did win that fight, but do we care about a 64? I don't know. Trade does seem like a difficult team to 65 plus, but certainly is possible. At least I think. Alright, not to be lame, I was gonna do some 2xk, but honestly, I'm actually feeling a little bit under the weather. I think I'm gonna call it a little bit early. We'll see, man. I gotta lab some shit before next lock, too. There's just so much fucking work to be done with regards to this playstyle. There's a lot of shit that needs hammering out. There's a lot of squads that need polish. But also, yeah, I think, like, it would be good to make sure that we know exactly what our efficient answer to stuff like Seer showing up is. Because even if Bane worked at one shot, I just, like, Seer still would have dropped, which isn't a deal breaker again. Like, we could have come back from a minus 20 versus, like, pretty easily when we're dealing with a 13. But yeah. Did I even end up beating them with? I don't remember. As I said, definitely 100%. Alright, I'm out of here. Going to see what I do with Pirate King Hondo. He is going on defense. If anything, he might give me more budget to test shit next week because he will hopefully be causing defensive holds. I'm pretty sure that he could very easily not generate defensive holds next week. But, like, at least with the current sensibilities I can think of, I think the math still easily points to Hondo on defense. Pull Mace off of defense, put Hondo in his slot, just sounds so fucking nice to me. That's pretty much more or less where I want the defense to be. Oh well. Bane had to fail eventually. He made it through 5 weeks. Well, I guess we don't count Zalbarkron. But he made it through 5 matches before he failed. That's a pretty solid win rate. Maybe we can bolster him, but like... I remember I looked at Bane before we 2 lock and I was like, I don't know. I don't hate what I'm seeing. It's already basically what I was coming here planning to implement, so. We got the health, we got the offense, we got the crit damage. We got the protection. We've got the bulk. Like, the one thing is maybe the defense could be higher, but the reason why I didn't go so much defense here is because I figured, well, we're already getting from the DB-Cron, we just need to make sure that we have some extra health and protection to boot. So no, I'll have to simmer on it. Alright. I'm out of here. I might stream some 2xk before next Thursday, or this Thursday, but we'll see. Definitely won't be today. Later.